Wow. Okay. Welcome, learners. Welcome back on board. Welcome to Biology with Omotayo. We will go straight to what we have for the day. The previous class, we examined phylum Nematoda, phylum of worms that are elongated, cylindrical, and they have non-segmented body. Today, I believe that by the end of the class, you will have come to understand basics or come to acquire knowledge with regards to phylum Annelida and phylum Mollusca. You will get to know the unique features associated with these two phyla, as well as a couple of examples associated with each of the phylum. So, the first one, phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida. A quick one, you can see in the spelling of Annelida, we have repeated N, A-N-N. That should always remind you that here we will be having segmented worms, having repeated body segment, A-N-N, repeated N, repeated body segment. That is, it is a phylum of what? Segmented worms. Now, under this phylum, we have three unique classes. We have class Polychaetae, okay? We equally have the class Oligochaetae, and then we have the class Hirudinae. I said the first one, the first class Polychaetae, and then from there, class Oligochaetae. And then the last one, the class Hirudinae. Okay, it has a E, Hirudinae. Hirudinae. E-A-N-E-A-N-E. Hirudinae. Okay, and for each of these classes, we have prominent examples. Like for the class Polychaetae, the prominent example there is the Seaworm. For Oligochaetae, the prominent example there is the Earthworm. And then for the class Hirudinae, the prominent example there is the Leech. Okay, now having taken note of the three classes associated with our phylum Annelida, we will look at other features associated with this phylum. So, other features, they are long, cylindrical bodied worms having repeated units. Okay, long cylindrical bodied worms having repeated units. Yes, these repeated units form what we call segments. They form what we call segments, sometimes called Metameric. And you see the segment here is separated both externally and internally. Yes, the segment is separated both externally and internally by what is called a septate. Okay, the septa helps to ensure that there is a complete separation both externally and internally. And with this advantage, these worms under phylum Annelida are able to grow bigger. And then under this very phylum, we have worms that have true body cavity. Unlike what we have with regards to Nematoda, where even though there is a presence of ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, yet we said the body cavity also have a pseudoderm that was under the Nematoda. The pseudoderm where food is always accumulated to give the worm a form of well-formed shape, which is referred to as a form of hydrostatic skeleton. So then, with regards to Nematoda, we said the body cavity cannot be really regarded to be perfectly true. But here, we have a perfectly true body cavity. And in fact, better organ systems. Yes, better organ system exists here. They are equally bilaterally symmetrical. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Organisms under annelid, in fact, permit me to tell you, the annelids are the most advanced form of worms. Organisms here have advanced digestive system, advanced nervous system, advanced circulatory system. In fact, and they have a structure called the nephridia, which is used for gaseous exchange. Okay, so most advanced worm with advanced circulatory system, digestive system, nervous system, and then a unique structure for gaseous exchange, which is referred to as nephridia. It is used for gaseous exchange through their moist skin. You don't say skin, you say what? Moist skin. And then quickly, they equally have what is called a setae. A setae, as you choose to pronounce, it is spelled setae. Okay, a setae which aids in movement. It is used for climbing. The alimentary canal, just like we had it under the nematoda, equally have a unique opening of the mouth at one extreme and then the anus at another extreme. Here, organisms are hermaphrodites as well. Hermaphrodites with both male and female gonads, like the common earthworm we know. And fertilization is always external. I repeat, fertilization is always external. Just as we've seen a couple of the examples, the seaworm, the earthworm, okay, and our leech, among others. With this, we'll be moving on from phylum Annelida. We'll be making progress to what? Phylum, tell me. Beautiful. Phylum Mollusca. Again, Mollusca. Thank you. Come along. Aha. Welcome. So, phylum Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca. Here we have organisms with soft body, equally unsegmented, unique head, visceral mass, and a foot. Okay, soft-bodied organisms here, as I said, they have soft body, they are non-segmented. However, they have a unique head, they have a visceral mass, and then they have a foot. Good. Organisms here, or the phylum in particular, phylum Mollusca, can be further subdivided into three basic classes. So, under the phylum Annelida, we have three major classes. Okay, we have the gastropodae, or sometimes just here gastropoda. Okay, and then pelicipodae or pelicipoda, and then we have cephalopoda. Unique examples for your gastropoda, that's where we have the common African giant snail. And then for our pelicipodae, okay, or whichever way you choose to pronounce it, just make sure, remember in biology, spelling must be correct to score. For this, the unique example there is a mussel. And then for the cephalopodae, a unique example there is the octopus, with unique tentacles and, projecting unique differentiated tentacles. Now, other features associated with the phylum Annelida. One, the mantle always secretes the shell. For examples that have shells, yes, the mantle secretes shell. Take note of this because of candidates who will be taking the UTME exam. This is a unique question that do come out. Another quick one is that here, organisms here have true body cavity. True body cavity. They equally possess a muscular foot. This muscular foot is used for burrowing, is used for crawling, is used for swimming. Okay? Among several other uses. And then, quickly, they equally do possess tentacles. Yes. So, some examples of organisms under annelid do possess tentacles. Okay? More features, quick one. They have an open circulatory system. This will be better explained when we start looking at biological systems. We'll get to know what's a open circulatory system, a closed circulatory system, okay, what's a double circulatory system, single circulatory system, a pulmonary system, okay, and so on. We'll get to know details with regards to this when we start looking at biological systems. So they have open circulatory system and they have a unique digestive system. In fact, to aid digestion, they have what is called a radula that do help in proper feeding. Yes, a radula which do help in proper feeding. Okay, they equally have anus. Yes, the anus is unique and separate as well. However, anus here do open into the mantle cavity. Okay, so the anus do open into the mantle cavity, and respiration is usually by the use of gills. Okay, so respiration is by the use of gills. Gills for respiration. They are equally dioecious. Okay, when we say dioecious, we mean that both male and female gonads are on different organisms. However, we have a few exceptions that are hermaphroditic in nature, like the snail, hermaphroditic in nature. So, and in such, we have internal or external fertilization. Now, other examples under phylum Mollusca, aside the ones earlier mentioned, we have like clams, oysters, okay, the clam, the oysters, we have slugs, and then we have squid, among several others. With this, we'll be bringing this class to a close today. Thank you for staying this long with the class. Thanks for choosing to be with the channel, Biology with Omotayo. I want to believe you have learned greatly. Yes, and I trust that this knowledge will truly bring a difference. Please take notes. Kindly ensure that you have subscribed to the channel. Endeavor to like the class sessions as well, and do well to share this as well with loved ones, friends, colleagues, and all those concerned, that together we may grow to a well-informed set of learners who have what it takes to rightfully engage in their learning journey. Thank you. Take care. See you next class. From the intricate working of the cells to classification of living things, from the